Hi, this is David with EV World News, where we talk about electric vehicles, green energy, and the stock markets. Today, I've got something interesting. There's something new from Volvo's division Polestar, which technically it's a separate company, but Volvo has created Polestar as a way to sell without the franchise dealer concept. So a lot of companies in the car manufacturing space are realizing what a simple procedure Tesla's made it for people to buy cars, and they're trying to take advantage of the same type situation. So Polestar is Volvo's play on a non-franchised electric vehicle. So Polestar is a Swedish company. They're making the cars mostly in China, but they've got an exceptional new car coming out called the Polestar 5, and there's a sneak peek at it. This is what it looks like here. What's interesting, it's got no rear window. I find that quite fascinating. They're going to do that through electronic mirror, or so the rear mirror is really a rear-looking camera. So it's really quite a slick look. It's designed to compete with the Audi e-tron GT and the Porsche Taycan. Let's see what we've got for pictures here. Let's see here. Start back at the beginning. So here it is, the initial view with the rear, some different looks. Looks like we could have one here maybe as a convertible. I'm not sure what we've got going there. That'd be pretty cool because that is pretty awesome looking. Let's see. And here we got it looking at what appears to be an aircraft hangar. It's nice overall look, very clean. I'm sure it's going to be quick because it's designed to compete with the Taycan and the Audi e-tron GT. Let's see what we get down here. What's interesting, it promises to juice up the battery enough to get 100 miles of range and only 5 minutes of charging. I'm assuming we're talking a level 2 charger here, or maybe a level 3 charger, probably a level 3 charger to be that fast. Prototypes will be tested with the new tech in 24, but it remains to be seen whether it'll be available for production vehicles from day one. It's kind of a nice look. Here was another look from Motor Authority. Let's take a look at this, and let's see what we got for pictures here. These pictures don't want to just. Let's see here. Oh, I see the problem. My computer doesn't like it. So that could be one problem. Well, we will stop sharing in that case. Anyways, it's a very nice look to the new Polestar. My second article I wanted to talk on a little bit today is Stellantis has announced a $1.6 billion investment in Chinese pure play EV company that Leapmotor. Leapmotor was founded in China in 2015, and they call it new energy vehicles. Anyways, in 2022, Leapmotor delivered 111,000 EVs. That's a huge number. And in this, there'll be a new joint venture between the two companies called Leapmotor International, a 51-49 Stellantis-led JV with exclusive rights to manufacture, export, and sell Leapmotor products outside of Greater China, marking the first global EV relationship with a leading automaker and a Chinese pure-play EV automaker. And they expect to start shipments by the second half of 2024. And this is good to see Stellantis doing something that's a pure EV play, because I always, obviously Stellantis took over from Chrysler. They own things like Dodge, Ram, Jeep, obviously Chrysler, and a number of other brands. And so this is a pretty big deal for them. Let's see. Stellantis added the new partnership will help the company achieve its Dare Forward 2030 electrification targets, which include reaching a 100% passenger car battery electric vehicle sales mix in Europe and 50% passenger car and light duty truck EV sales mix in the US by 2030. That's pretty optimistic to get to 50% in the US, but so we'll see how that plays out. It'd be great if it happens, but it'd be interesting to see if that really works out that quickly. But anyways, I thought that was very interesting to see that one of the US, well, technically Stellantis is a European company, but it's still, I think of it as part of the big three here in the United States. Anyways, next article I want to touch on a little bit is an issue from Energy Post. And this is about how there is power to spare, but the grids aren't modernizing fast enough. And this is 1,500 gigawatts of renewable deployment is delayed globally because grids aren't modernized. Now, we're not talking here in the United States, we're talking about the whole planet here. And so a lot of your other places, especially like Africa and Asia, are a little behind on the grids, but the annual investment in grids needs to double from what it currently is to more than 600 billion a year by 2030 to take on all of this additional energy. Obviously, when other sources other than how the power companies, historically, power has only gone one way down the power lines. You make it at the power plant and you transmit it on the power lines and you transmit it to the homes and businesses that use it. Well, now you have it going in two directions. So now you have everything from homes with solar, you have other alternative power plants, whether it be wind farms, solar farms, whatever, sending power into the grid. But there's an amazing 1,500 gigawatts already out there available to go onto grids that hasn't yet because the grids simply don't have the existing power to be able to take this in. And I've got one more interesting thing. This one is from Electric, and they're talking about what is it? Is EV demand slowing in the US or is it growing? And what's interesting is people are talking about there being cars sitting on the lots, but that's not really true. Maybe it is in some certain cities, but the vehicle sales aren't slowing. In fact, battery electric vehicles passed 300,000 unit sales in quarter 3 this year, or no, for the first time in the US market. It's almost a 50% increase year over year. So they're clearly um, doing well. That was 300,000 for the quarter. The market is on track to surpass 1 million units for the first year ever. EV sales have increased for 13 straight quarters. Change is never easy. Now, GM said they had plans to build 400,000 EVs in 2024, and they'll wait several months to begin to sell some new EV models. Slowing demand was not something the company was seeing in its portfolio. Customers have been remarkably resilient in the order book, continuing to keep their orders on the books. There's nowhere where there's the term slowing demand. So what's interesting is are people being honest when they're trying to say that EV demand is slowing down in the United States? Doesn't really appear that they are. Anyways, just doing a short show today. I hope everybody enjoyed it and have a great weekend.